Hey guys, Sandra here, coming at you from the PG of A's, and today we will be playing Seduce Me. Now, I saw this on Steam. It looked rather interesting. Yes, it's a free game as well. Now, to my understanding, it's going to be kind of the opposite of Crush Crush, but yet not exactly the same. Basically, we're gonna be a girl trying to get with these guys that you can't see, that are faded here. Okay? So, I don't really know what this entails. So, music's really nice though in the back. Now, let's get into this, shall we? This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resemblance to real life people are purely coincidental. No kidding. Also, please, cat! Will you stop clawing at the window? Stop it. If you keep doing that, you won't be allowed on the desk. Also, people know that the following game is made for PG-16 audiences. Well, I'm not 16, but I'll be 20 next month, but still, we're gonna play it. Please know that sexual, violent themes are explored in this game. Ho ho ho. Oh, there's a fire. It's not 6 o'clock. Siren's going off. Trigger warning: abuse, committed rage, and suicide. You have been warned. Okay, guys, so if you're sensitive to these things, turn away. Click on something else, please. Don't watch it and then rant in the comments about how you're sensitive to these things. You have been warned. If you're sensitive, please turn away. I don't want to make anyone upset. Please enjoy.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Ooh! That's a very seductive voice you have there, sir. Maybe that is not my name. Let's just go with the regular Sandra. Because only special people can call me Sandy. Well, that's not true. Only people I like can call me Sandy. Let's just go Sandra. What's your name, Sandra?
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Eric,
Cat!
do your job.
Cat, stop it. Get off. Well.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Ooh, I like this. Ooh, no one talks to me like this, not even my boyfriend. Ooh, I like this.
Eric.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Ooh. Somewhere.
Come on! Is that all you got?
Am I beating someone?
Wanna try me, asshole?
Oh dear. Someone get shot?
Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory. It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Oh, is that supposed to be me? Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Is it supposed to be me? Well, kind of looks like me a little bit. green eyes, black. Mine's blackish purple, but that's blackish blue. I did have that. Not in school anymore, though. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers. It was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Miss Phillips's voice wasn't yawning! Ooh. Yep, there's a fire. Fire truck just went by. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments as I had to. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of wondering how the days drifted on as if there were no end to it. Yawning! The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, and that was kind of it. Same for me too when I was in school. I did love learning, but in my school you didn't learn shit because everything was horrible. But I do like learning. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of to do it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
His voice interrupted my train of thoughts. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black School's model formula. I don't know how to say that word.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the originality, famous, and my own grandfather. Susie, I'm gonna say Susie. One of my best friends turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick-ass girl.
From beside me, I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Susie's choice of words.
She means good job.
Miss Capini.
Oi!
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and Scholes. Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmate. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke.
How about a company name?
Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it?
Not sure. What do you think?
Always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, it was I was the master and ending decision. Whenever I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
What do dragons have to do with our project?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
But our company sells bubble gum.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubble gum?
What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
Both of them looked at me mentally, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say Trinity. Like three what? Three what? 3 what corporation? 3 people? 3 people in the corporation? I mean, I guess that makes sense. But I will be honest, I do like dragons. So, fuck it, let's just go with the dragons.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is!
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it. It's just Lisette.
I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. And as a result, the school knew them. In the center of it all was Lisa White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about the day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward. Was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh. She was quiet, the comedian as well. Quite the comedian, excuse me. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everybody else wanted to be. So, the name Popular Bitch, pretty much. No offense to anybody who did that, but yeah. Lisa was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, it shifted their attention.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time! Let's bail!
Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the classroom, flinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
I wish I was fast as her getting out of here, me and you both. She gave me a smile as if relieved by the fact that I felt the same way as she did.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
It's Suzu, Naomi. Think about it.
Very true.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
I do have to admit I was spacing out, and just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see eye to eye.
Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally anyone would think that opposites like them wouldn't ever associate with each other, but even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Okay, so I don't know what a good stopping point is, but I figure now is the best as any. I guess this is just the opening story, so it's not going to be too interesting. When we get into the main course of it, I would imagine that it would be a lot more interesting. Now, any Hoozle Daisy, leave a like if you enjoyed watching, subscribe if you want. I make new videos whenever I can, and I will see you in the next video that I make. Later, Skate!